Well, the time is just gone 8:29 a.m. as we continue, and yesterday I had the opportunity of covering the martyrdom of Sheikh Khader Adnan, and for over an hour we had discussed in detail, and this clearly has been devastating, an emotional day once again for the people of Palestine, learning about the murder of Khader Adnan. We know he was on a hunger strike, but this was his story, which showcases the problems and the dire situation of Palestinian prisoners, where we had also spoken to Ahad Tamimi as a young girl, and a 16-year-old girl was in the brutal Zionist prison system. And among these, there are still many other prisoners at this point in time. They are in a situation, the case of Walid Taka, and he is suffering with cancer, a terminal illness. And we also know about Ahmed Manasra, a young 13-year-old boy who made international headlines years ago as a child, and what he was subjected to in a court. And we will continue discussing, because what we've seen as a result, we've seen the brutal bombardment of Gaza taking place once again. And Gaza, we know, has been described as the world's largest open air prison, and also the strikes and the brutality that has been unfolding in the West Bank. And this is the reason why we are joined now by Yasser Abu Jamei, who is a Gaza community mental health worker, and he is with their program. Yasser, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the show.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes,
Very good morning and the audience and everyone in South Africa.
Jazakallah khairan so much. And, as I mentioned, it's once again a very, very sad moment, devastating, really emotional for the people of Palestine, learning of the murder and the assassination of Sheikh Khader Adnan.
Yes, well, Sheikh Khader Adnan was under administrative detention, and he was protesting that he was under hunger strike for 86 days. And he was just protesting being administratively detention. Administrative detention means that you are put in jail without not even conviction, but also without a trial. At the moment, there are more than 1,000 Palestinian prisoners in Israeli prisons who are under administrative detention, and he himself, was imprisoned, I think, 12 times, and he sentenced, the last time he was there in prison, and he was just under administrative imprisonment. And despite the calls by different organizations, including Organizations for Human Rights and Israeli organizations, but his conditions are dire. He continued to be in prison. No really health measures were taken to treat him, and it ended up with him being, dying like 2 days ago.
Yes. Also, Yasser, what we see is the consequences, and again, this whole policy of collective punishment, because we've seen now the impact it's now having on Gaza as well. We've seen once again the bombardment, and when we see situations like these arise, when we see someone high profile, a person like Khader Adnan, with his death, again, the response from the Zionist entity is collective punishment, making the entire Palestinian nation suffer, and particularly Gaza, because every time Gaza seems to be on the receiving end.
Well, since there are more than one aspect that happened since the beginning of last Ramadan. And by the way, very happy to be audience to everyone. We have just celebrated Eid al-Fitr about 2 weeks ago. During the holy month of Ramadan, we were all the time expecting something similar to what happened in May 2021. because we have seen the escalations every day in the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This is one of the most sacred places to all Muslims, and definitely one of the most sacred places to Palestinians. So the Israelis keep every night preventing people from attacks. They were even entering the mosque after Tarawih prayer and kicking everyone out. And that continued for about 3 weeks. And during the whole time, we were expecting another escalation, like military offensive, like the one that happened in 2021. Now, alhamdulillah, it didn't happen like that. However, it's living like you are on the edge in a place like Gaza Strip that is paying all the time the price. And now the Israeli government has serious difficulties with their own issues, and usually they scapegoat that unifies, you can say, if I can use the word unify Israelis, is just a war or something like that, attack on Gaza. So we were like living on the edge like for like a month and a half, but the one night escalation happened yesterday after the death of Sheikh Khader Adnan. Clearly, we speak about not only the first offensive. We are now, since 2008, we had more than 7 large-scale military operations. Maybe if we count them like 5 or 6, but within those 15 or 16 years, we were also under blockade since 2007. And within that time, the economic conditions were seriously terrible, deteriorating this time. So we speak about a place where we have more than 2.3 million people now. Half of them are children, a small geographical area of 360 square kilometers, where, basically people are either under continuous difficulties because of the difficult socio-economic conditions, or after like traumatic threats to their life, to the security that happens every now and then because of the military escalation. Now, even when there is nothing that is, in the media, like a week ago, of course, there was no military escalation, but at the same time, we continue to see drones in the skies. We continue to feel the threat that anything might happen at any moment or at any second. And that is causing a lot of I could say, psychological impact on the Palestinian people. The World Bank, together with the Palestinian Center for the Sixth Bureau, about 2 months ago, issued a screening study. They said almost 71% of the population in Gaza Strip, they have symptoms of depression, and this is really not good. But at the same time, the conditions are really serious, and I'm not sure if you can see happy people and happy faces in Gaza Strip. So this is one of the issues that continuous deterioration in socioeconomic conditions impacting the daily living of people, and the traumatic events that happen every now and then that cause deep suffering and pain.
Well, Yasser, and we continue making dua that inshallah, things, Allah makes it easy on everyone, all our Palestinian brothers and sisters, both in Gaza, in West Bank as well, and also those that have been displaced, inshallah. And we continue, and we know that on May the 15th, with 75 years of the Nakba, once again, the global attention will be on Palestine. But this is something that we need to embrace each and every day of our life, to continue highlighting the plight of the people of Palestine, and also at the same time, whatever support that we can actually give to the Palestinian cause, inshallah, for your quest for freedom. So we will continue making dua. But for now, we thank you. We say Jazakallah for your time, and we wish you well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you very much.
Well, that was Yasser Abu Jamei joining us out of Gaza this morning, and we must apologize. The line out of Gaza, obviously problematic, and considering what is actually taking place, and uh, Gaza itself being the open air prison and suffering with multiple issues, the bombardment and the food. Israel determines what goes in, what goes out, what food goes in, what food goes out, electricity, water, all of these things are being experienced, and all of that impacting on the well being of the people in Gaza. The time is just gone 8:39. We're going to go for a break. We come back. We'll be joined by Taskia Amra, the daughter of the late Muhammad Amra.